today out here on the Cooper River. Yep, I'm usually in Lake Moultrie, but I'm in the river today. It's pretty high winds today. Lake Moultrie was pretty bad, so I figured, you know, come on down to the Cooper River and try it out. So I'm not a real big river fisherman. I'm usually, you know, putting in the hatchery, fishing Lake Moultrie. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna use the skills and the techniques that I've learned from watching other YouTubers that fish the river a lot, like Steve Douglas, Hagen Grubbs, Chris Souders. You know, these guys are on the top of the game for a reason. So we're gonna replicate what they do to try to catch a catfish out here on the river. So let me tell you what I'm gonna be targeting to try to find catfish out here. So basically, I'm gonna look for areas, number one, there's an eddy. You know, a low current swirl that's going back the opposite way of the current, where fish may be laid up. We have rice fields out here on the Cooper River. I want to find opening that opens into the rice field, and I'm looking for maybe a hill or a slope or a ledge that's close to that. If I can find a spot that has all three of those things, that's what I'm going to be targeting, and that's what I'm going to be trying to fish out here. So I can already kind of tell you, I've already caught a fish. I did have an intro and I hooked into a good fish using all those techniques. Now we're hunting for the second fish. So let me roll that and show you the first fish.
Or see like a whole bunch of seasons.
It's seasons, but those are, oh. Whoa. Whoa, I can't get the rod at the rod holder. Oh, he got off, how? Oh my God, man. I couldn't, he was pulling drag like crazy. I could not get the rod at the rod holder. He got off. What was it?
Man.
Back on another one. Back on another one. Can't tell if I got him or not because it's current. Yeah, I got him.
He's on there?
Yeah. So I'm out here on the Cooper River. Hadn't even shot an intro yet, just got the lines out. Hooked up on a fish. And got David on the phone. Say hey, David.
Hey, what's going on, y'all?
And I'm fishing in an eddy. I'm not real familiar with fishing in the river, but the lake was really rough, so I watch Hagen Grubbs a lot. So I'm fishing in an eddy, and then you got the rice field opens up over there, and we're on a slope going down. So I figured this was a good combination to where there should be a fish. And sure enough, about 15 minutes, didn't even get an intro in. Yeah, it's a good fish, David. Oh yeah, it's a good fish. Yeah, he ripped some drag, buddy. I've never caught a big fish out here on the Cooper River.
Did you reel down with this one?
Yeah, because I lost this fish earlier, and I wasn't going to put that in the video, but I'm going to put it in video now. Yeah. I'm pretty sure probably was this fish. Oh, he's a big boy. I want him in the net. I already missed him once. He's up. Come on, buddy. Get in the net. Yes, sir, in the net. Ooh, buddy. Okay, I gotta show you all this hook set. You see where he is? Barely in the skin of his mouth. Barely. That's all held him. Jeez. Barely. Okay, there he is. Cooper River catfish. You know, to be honest with you, I didn't think they got this big in the river because I fished it a couple of times before, and it's mainly when I can't fish the lake because it's too windy, but I having second thoughts about fishing out here. Good catfish. Good catfish. Let me get a length on him, of course, get him back in. 41 inches. It's a good catfish. Let's get him back in. Back down he goes, boys, hauling tail too. Okay, welcome to Fishing in Gear. So let me show you where we're fishing. That's the rice field's right on the other side of this tree line, and that's a little opening right there. And the boat was kind of turned more. You can see he pulled my anchor rope loose a little bit, so we'll tighten that back up. So that's the opening right to the rice field. This is an eddy right here. You know, the river is going this way, but grass and stuff is steadily going back the opposite way. So we're sitting in an eddy. And then if we look at my live scope, this is the down scan. So it looks flat on the down scan, but the live scope actually gives you a better representation of the slant that we're sitting on. So this point right here is the very back of the boat. So that would be the slant we're sitting on. And marking fish coming through. So maybe we'll sit here a little bit longer and see if we can get another one. If not, we'll find another eddy with an open into a rice field and try to replicate this on down the line. So like I said, ain't been in here too long. We could fish right till dusk. See if we can get another one. Stay tuned. Okay, it's been about maybe an hour since we caught that fish. We're gonna go ahead and pull these anchors in and come on, move them down the river, try to find another spot that's similar to this. Chris Souter says give it about 20-30 minutes. We caught the fish in about 15, so we extended that a little bit to about an hour just to make sure nothing else kind of coming through this area. So we're gonna go ahead and move. Okay, we're gonna switch up gears. The current's pretty much died out pretty much. It probably reduced the water flow. So I've swapped 3 rigs to my 2.5 drip sinkers. And we're gonna drag this little side where this, you know, a little bit less wind over here, a little bit less current. We're gonna drag it. And I'm just gonna drag 3. I'm not gonna get too crazy with it. You know, still got plenty of daylight, so I'm gonna drag a little bit. So we're dragging at about 0.5, still letting the line out. We're gonna do this one, and then this one on the end. You know, they're not really gonna be spread out that far. There's a lot of debris in here, so this is kind of a crapshoot. We could hook up our hook or anything. You know, there's a lot of floating debris under the water. So like I said, we're just gonna give it a try. I've never tried to drift fish the Cooper River. I've only caught a few fish out here. So we're gonna stop these lines here in just a minute. Going around this corner, try it out, see what happens. Fish on, fish on. Feels kind of heavy. Out here, just pulling a little bit of drag. Out here drift fishing the Cooper River. Thought this was just gonna kind of be a long shot, trying to drift fish out here. But we got one hooked up. I marked some fish on my down scan. I got my rear fish finder on now, but I marked a couple of fish on the down scan, and that was just long enough for the baits to get to where I marked it about the time he hit. Yeah. Not too bad. Okay, definitely not as big as the first one, but hey, we still catching fish. Cooper River. I think it's pretty cool. Let's get this guy back in. Uh-oh, getting a bite. Take down. Drag. Oh, hard to get it at the rod holder. Oh yeah. Oh, buddy. This is a good one right here, I believe. You may be fooling me. Oh yeah, he ain't moving much. Is he hung in something? I don't know. This probably 10 minutes since I caught that last one, since I started drifting. My strategy was I was just gonna, you know, look for spots to anchor. I was like, hey, the current, you know, looks like they turned the current down. So I think I'll just drift it. Hey, I love to drift fish. Think I'd cover more ground. And I started kind of thinking about it, you know, catfish being a predator. Maybe they're sitting in one spot. You know, you got the river and you got bait coming down the river. Whoa, this is a good fish. So maybe, you know, you sit in one spot all day, might not be the ticket out here. You know, move around on the river. It's a good fish. And maybe drifting. So I figured I would put my lighter weights on. I have not seen this fish yet. This fish has got some weight. Got to. Either I'm pulling a log. Okay, I think I can see him a little. That drag is pretty tight too. Thought it might have been too tight at first. It's not much current, and I'm going with the little bit of current that's here. Unless he's spinning round and round. It feels heavy. You see him flashing just a little bit. I got David on the phone again. I called David. I catch big fish. I don't know what it is. Ain't it right, David?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I caught the smaller one. David wasn't on the line. I said, "Hey, David, I caught a catfish dragging baits on the Cooper River," and then here we hook up again on a better one. Get this net ready.
Haven't seen him yet?
Yeah, I can see him.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if he's as big as the very first one, but he's fighting more than the very first one did, that's for sure. He's still fighting right at the boat. Yeah, he's good. He ain't giving up, I know that. Nope, almost had it, missed him. Okay, he's in the net. That's a pretty good fish. Sometimes the weather or circumstance and coincidence just send you in the right direction. You know, I would have went to the lake, I might not have caught nothing. Okay, there we go. Now fish number 3. I don't think that's bad. I'm having a good day out here. Definitely, this ain't the biggest. The biggest one was the first one, definitely. But hey, that's a good little chunky Cooper River catfish right there. Let's get a length on this one too before we get him back. This one's about 34, 35 inches. Yeah, not too bad. Let's get him back. That's gonna be it for this episode of Fishing in Gear. I had a good day, I think. You know, just kind of come out here and just use information that I found out, you know, watching other YouTubers on the river, and hey, it worked out pretty good for me today. Even did a little drift fishing out here, like my buddies Kayak Mike, Ryan, and Dan. So, you know, they're real big on drift fishing in the river. But I had fun, you know, I think it was a good day. So we're gonna go ahead and call it. So for this episode of Fishing in Gear, that's it. To the next one, we out.